I've been using iVac blast gates in the shop for maybe 7 or 8 years, and I've had really good luck with it for the most part. And if you guys don't know what an iVac system is, it's basically an automated dust collection add-on. And there's blast gates and sensors that will let you trigger your dust collection just by simply flipping on your tool. And it's made a huge difference for me. It's very convenient and it makes me use my dust collection for sure. So recently I had a little bit of hang up with it, and it was simply because there's an area in my shop at my drill press that I like to use one gate for 2 tools because they're kind of smaller ports, and that worked for a while until I upgraded my drill press to a bigger unit, and then it quit working. So I had to come up with a slightly different solution, and I'll share that with you today. And once in a while a trooper will come out here and give me a hand. That is until the dust collector fires up. Well, this is the area in my shop I call the tool island. It's right in the center of the floor space, and I've got 2 table saws, a drill press, a sander, and then my big joiner. And I kind of group those together for dust collection purposes, so I could just drop one 6-inch trunk and supply a lot of those tools. And that's where the iVac system really started to make sense. So let's check it out a little closer. So that way, one 6-inch main line can drop down and supply all these tools with dust collections using blast gates. And here's one of those iVac blast gates, just super convenient. I've been happy with those. And normally you'd have one blast gate and one sensor for each tool, but in this tool island, because of some small port tools I have, we set it up a little different. So here's one of those Pro Tool Plus sensors, and you can just leave it in the auto setting. Program it inside here to talk to the blast gate involved, and basically you just clamp it to the power cord of your tool and that'll fire things up automatically. But because the tool ports are so small on my sander and drill press, I thought, well, maybe I could run these 2 tools off of one blast gate and just use a single sensor. And when I was using a smaller rigid drill press, that seemed to work just fine. There's different layouts that you can install this cover plate on the back, and you can actually have 2 power cords in there as long as they're not too large in diameter. So that worked great on the smaller drill press, but when I switched to a larger Laguna DP20 drill press, I was noticing that it wouldn't activate consistently on the iVac system, so I knew it was time to switch things up. If you've checked out some of my videos in the past, or maybe you're a subscriber, I'd like to sincerely thank you. But if not, let's get you on board. Subscribe to The Thoughtful Woodworker for more videos on dust collection like this. Now, sometimes it would activate the system normally, but with a single tool sensor, what I noticed is just turning on the emergency stop would turn on the dust collector. And my preference was I wanted to be able to turn it on in one step and go ahead and do my layout and get ready to make my cut, and then have the dust collector only turn on once I actually start the tool spinning. So that was a layout that I could never perfectly dial in with just one tool sensor, but I did kind of want to stick with the one gate layout. That gave me plenty of suction at these 2 tools. So the option I thought of was let's add a second tool sensor. And that's exactly what I did. New tool sensor here on the drill press, and that gets programmed with the dip switches inside to match the same gate that operates both the drill press and the sander. So that works good as long as your switch is on auto. The nice thing is, inside here, if you take out this little self-injurious tool, boy, they make that thing pointy. But if you open up the little panel, there's actually a sensitivity adjustment, and that was the key to making this work. So I could turn it down enough that, just firing up the machine power wouldn't start the dust collection, but actually starting the tool spinning would. So you can use the flat side of that tool to make small adjustments to the sensitivity dial there. And it's kind of counterintuitive though. You'd think as you turn that clockwise it would become more sensitive, but it's actually the opposite. Now iVac does point out one potential limitation with using it this way, basically 2 tools with one blast gate and 2 sensors. And that is if you try to use both tools simultaneously, there could be a scenario where you turn one tool off and the blast gate closes even though the other tool is still in use. But in a one-man shop, shouldn't be much of an issue, and it can help you save a few bucks on that extra blast gate. Plus I'm running a big 2-horse wall-mounted Cyclone, and that's a little bit overkill if you're trying to run it with just one 2¼ inch port open. So while my joiner and each of my table saws need their own 4-inch blast gate, I've been able to get by perfectly fine with just one blast gate on my small port tools. Speaking of my joiner though, I recently did some really nice upgrades using sheet metal to enclose the chute inside, so check out that video as well. I'll put it down in the description box. There's a bit of a program delay, but everything operates automatically, including the blast gates opening and closing, unless you have that particular gate programmed as tool 1, meaning that it's the one that should stay open most of the time. For me, and I think most shops, that would be your table saw. iVac gate, close thyself. So in the last 7 or 8 years, my iVac system has been totally trouble-free, except for the one little hiccup I had using it in a non-traditional way with 2 tools and 1 blast gate. But you know, adding that second sensor seemed to completely right the ship, and it's back on track now. In fact, the only tools in my whole shop that aren't fully automated with iVac are my large 20-inch planer and my smaller 12-inch planer. Those I tend to just pull away from the wall for planing sessions, so I have those on a remote control, and that's kind of what I consider a semi-automatic dust collection. So that's one important thing to note. Even if you mostly use automatic blast gates and you still want to have a couple of the manual blast gates, that's fine, and you can just simply use that with the remote control. So I do that with one 5-inch gate for my large planer and a 4-inch gate for my small planer, as well as a couple of residual manual gates that I started with, like this one on my joiner, but since now that's automated, I just leave that open all the time. Well, I know there's certainly a cost to upgrading to automatic dust collection, so if you just have a portable roll-around dust collector, you know, maybe it's not in the cards for you yet, but I tell you what, if you have a permanent cyclone-style dust collector, maybe mounted to the wall or something like that, jumping up to the automated gates and sensors really makes a lot of sense. It's just a total game changer. So I'll put links to some of my favorite products down in the description if this is a system you maybe want to add yourself.